I got some pro wrestling to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, Giulia has made her WWE debut. Finally, after 5 months of waiting, she's finally in the WWE. She made her NXT debut against Roxanne Perez, as you guys can see in the background. Awesome stare down, by the way. No Mercy was a show. It was definitely a show. I feel like there was a lot of ups and downs. Giulia coming out was obviously probably the highest point of the show. But I do want to kind of run through this show because, like I said, not much happened. It was solid, middle of the road, but definitely disappointing compared to the last pay-per-view, which was amazing. So, the first match was Chase U versus Fraxium. Fraxium is probably the best tag team in WWE, and they're probably tag team of the year, to be 100% honest with you. They have been given the ball, and every time they've hit a home run or a touchdown, whatever you want to say, whatever phrase you want to go out with, they've done very, very good stuff this year. Great work. They deserve to win these tag titles back. I'm glad they did. The match was actually one of the best matches on the card. And it's kind of unexpected for me because I never really liked Ridge Holland. Obviously, for obvious reasons. I wasn't really a big Ridge Holland fan. I'm still not much of a big Ridge Holland fan. I'm kind of scared every time he lifts somebody up. I know that might be wrong, but I have that right to be worried every time he lifts somebody up, considering his track record. So Ridge Holland and Andre Chase took on Fraxium to try to defend their titles. They lost, thank God. Fraxium, like I said, is probably the best tag team of the year. They've been doing great work. They deserve to get these tag titles back. The match started off very solid and it just ended very well. At the end of the match, they did a post-match angle with Ridge Holland. If I can find a picture of Booker T's face, bro, if I can find it, I will put it up. This man did not care about that ending angle. Neither did I. Booker T was all of us in that situation. Nobody gave a flying frick about Ridge Holland turning heel for the 5th time in the past year. So I don't know what they do with Ridge Holland. I'm surprised he's still in the company. I'm not calling for him to be fired or anything. I'm just surprised he's still there because they keep having to change him up and find other things for him to do. It's just not working with Ridge Holland. Very unfortunate. Next match, I believe it was Wesley versus Zachary Wentz. Now, I had very high hopes going into this match. I don't think it lived up to my expectations. Wesley is phenomenal. I love Wesley. Wesley is one of my favorite parts of NXT for sure. Zachary Wentz is a solid tag team wrestler. Singles wise, he's not my cup of tea. Even though him and Wes have a lot of similarities, I feel like Wes is just more streamlined in that style. Zachary Wentz is not bad. I'm not saying he's a bad singles wrestler. He's just not my cup of tea. The match started off bad. I won't lie to you. The match started off very bad. They picked up though. It got really aggressive, especially towards the end. I was surprised that Zachary Wentz actually got the W. They gave Zachary Wentz the X Division title over on TNA. I don't really watch TNA like that, but they gave him the title after giving it to Speedball just a month ago. They gave it to Zachary Wentz, and people thought he was going to bring it on the show just to promote the title and lose. Thank God he didn't. It wouldn't have made any sense for a champion to lose in a non-title match. It's stupid. Wesley, like I said, Wesley's always been really solid. I don't know what they do with Wes after this. I feel like he does get involved with that triple threat tag match that's coming up that they announced. He'll probably attack the Rascals and probably set up another feud. Maybe he brings somebody in to tag with him. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. The next match, I believe, was Wendy Choo versus Kalani Jordan for the women's North American title. Honestly, I think that was the worst match on the card by a long shot, to be honest with you. And it's not Kalani Jordan's fault. I love Kalani Jordan. She's really freaking good. When she's in the ring with somebody that's as good or better than her, or even a little bit worse, she's a hooper, dog. But when she's in the ring with Wendy Choo, no offense to her, because I know all these wrestlers put their lives on the line for our entertainment. But Wendy Choo just don't click on pay-per-view for me. She doesn't. I'm not gonna go out there and be rude, call her crap, garbage, doo-doo butter. She just doesn't click for me. That's all it is. And I'm glad the women's division is finally filling in a little bit more, where we don't need to showcase Wendy Choo as much. Tatum Paxley is a much better wrestler, in my opinion, than Wendy Choo. Why wasn't she on the show? Lola Vice is a much better wrestler. Why wasn't she fighting Kalani Jordan? Stephanie Vaquer's been under contract. Giulia's been under contract. What are we doing? Why is Wendy Choo on your pay-per-view? No offense to her. Like I said, I respect all these wrestlers, dog. I want to be one of y'all one day. God, come on, man. Come on, dog. Let's move on. Kelani Jordan, she saved the match on multiple occasions. There was a big botch at the top rope. I feel like that was more so Wendy's fault. I think she jumped off a little too early or whatever, but that was a huge botch there. It's all good. Kelani got the win. It was one point in the match where I thought Kelani was gonna lose, but she was in that submission. It was very close. I thought she was about to freaking pass out. So I'm glad they didn't take it off of Kelani and put it on Wendy Choo, who in my opinion is a 50 times worse wrestler than Kelani Jordan. Hopefully she can improve, but she's just not my cup of tea, bro. I'm trying my best to keep a cool head here. The next match, I believe, was Obafemi versus Tony D'Angelo. I like Tony D. I like Obafemi a lot. I had high expectations for this match, but due to the fact that I think D'Angelo kind of got hurt right as the match started, it kind of messed up the match's pace a little bit. They had to change up what they wanted to do, probably. It was okay. It was just okay, man, honestly. Tony D's always been solid. It's probably time he gets called up. Maybe. He's been in NXT for a long time. All his people are already gone. They're already in the main roster. But he's still here. Interesting. Obafemi is probably my favorite thing on NXT for sure. He's really freaking good. There was no shot that Tony D was taking the title off of Obafemi. I don't think anybody's beating Obafemi for a while. It's probably going to be another year before somebody beats him for that title. I'm fine with that. He's really good. Probably the best big man we've seen in a while. Other than like Jacob Fatu and them. That's a different situation, but Obafemi is 100% the future of WWE. He's going to get a lot of world titles. That's just, if they have their freaking heads on straight, Obafemi is going to be a world champion multiple times in WWE. The next match is the best match. Jada Parker versus Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. Now, I didn't know what to expect coming into this match because I've always known that Roxanne is just way beyond her time. She's only like 2 years older than me, and she's really freaking good. She's crazy. She's carrying matches like she's a freaking 20-year-old or 20-year vet. She's only been wrestling for what is it, 7 years? Maybe? I don't know how long she's been wrestling, but she's really freaking good. And she carries in most of her matches. I feel like Jada Parker did a really good job. This is probably Jada Parker's best performance that I've seen. Like I said, I don't watch NXT week to week, but Jada Parker did really solid here. And Roxanne Perez did a really good job spotlighting her. Roxanne picked up the win in what I thought was a pretty solid freaking match. I give it like 3.74, 4 stars. That's how good I thought it was. It was really freaking good. I had a great time watching. At the end of the match, Roxanne has her arm held up in victory. It goes dark. I'm like, uh-oh. Which one of the terrible two is it gonna be? Is it gonna be my girl Giulia? Or is it gonna be Steph Vaquer? Giulia came out. And boy, did I pop. I was excited. I was extremely excited for my girl coming out. I don't know how long it's gonna be until we get this match. We might get this in like October, which I'm fine with for the CW show. Is it October or is it September? I think it's October. We might get it for the first CW show. I wouldn't be surprised if Roxanne retains the first time via Nefarious X. People think that she's just gonna lose the title just like that. It might take a little bit. We'll see. Hey, if Giulia wins instantly, you won't hear a complaint out of me. But I'm very excited for this feud. I wonder what they're going to do with her. Her theme seems pretty solid. I predicted that as well. Her theme would be one of the good Def Rebel ones. It seems pretty solid to me. The hair, the look, the stare down, everything about the moment was great. Giulia is finally where she belongs. In the glorious Fed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's freaking go. We won. Now, Steph Vaquer, I don't know where the freak she's going to pop up, when she's going to pop up. I'm assuming NXT. She could pop up on Raw. I have no idea. I'm gonna assume she pops up on the CW debut. I think they're gonna have a lot of people come in for that show, so we'll see there. But I am very excited for this feud, as you guys can see. I can't wait. I cannot wait for my girl to get up in this freaking ring. She might. I don't know when she's gonna have her first match. They like to drag their feet a lot on these debuts and having their first matches, so it might be a while until we see her have a match in NXT. We'll see. The next match, man, what a disappointment. Why didn't the Giulia segment close the show? Why didn't Jada Parker and Roxanne close the show? We had Joe Hendry versus Ethan Page for the NXT Championship with Trick as the referee. The match, in my opinion, was it the second worst on the show? Yeah, that was the second worst match on the show. The only one that was worse was Wendy Chu and Kalani. Like I said, not Kalani's fault. Not Kalani's fault, she's freaking good. But I did not enjoy this match. I always thought Ethan Page was okay. Joe Hendry, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really watch many of his matches. And the ones I did, he just looked or just okay to me. But like super just okay, super mid. Not even, maybe a level below mid. This match was way below mid. I gave it 2 stars. Maybe, that might be generous. I didn't enjoy this match. And it might be because it followed the best match on the freaking show. Might be why, but the match didn't hit for me. I think Trick did a good job as a ref though, 100%. I knew there was gonna be some shenanigans with the ref spots and whatnot when there's a special guest referee. That's whatever, cool, whatever. Trick needs that title back. What the frick are we doing? Trick needs that title, get it off Ethan Page. Ethan Page is cool, you know? But a long title reign, my guy? Nah, we ain't doing that. Javon Evans, save me, bro. Javon Evans not being on this show is crazy considering some of the freaking stinkers that were on this card. This show, in my opinion, was not it. Oh, Ethan Page won. He retained. Being nefarious acts, of course. Hopefully, they straighten up the men's division. The women's division is shaping up to be amazing with Giulia and Stephanie Vaquer. And Delta, this chick named Delta. I seen some highlights of her. She looks pretty freaking good. She's Australian. She looks pretty freaking good. I'm excited to see what they do with this women's division. Hopefully the men's division can get their head tied back on. It seems like once they lost Mello and Ilya Dragunov, it just trash. They could have kept Dijak, but they're stupid, so whatever. It's me, your boy goo-fury. I'm signing out. Let me know what you guys thought about NXT No Mercy. What do you guys think they're gonna do with Giulia first? Will she wrestle before the October show, or will she have her debut match against Giulia? We'll see. Not Giulia, against Roxanne. We'll see. All right, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Go check out all the channels down in the description below, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.